welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm so excited because it's all about a holiday gift guide. So the holiday season is coming up, and also Black Friday is this week. So I'm hoping that this video will help you in choosing the art materials that you want to buy for your loved ones, or maybe even for yourself. So I will be sharing paints, brushes, pens, papers, books, and even filming equipment that I use for my videos. So some of the links are going to be affiliate links. It means that I will earn a small commission every time you purchase using that link. And I would really appreciate if you would use the link in case you plan to purchase those art materials, as it will help support this channel. Alright, so let's start with the first one. I'm going to start with this paint set that I often use, and you probably see it a lot. So this is, the paints inside are Shinhan PWC. So let me show you the box. So what I have here is the set of 32. You can see that it's a little dirty already, and okay, I've used up some of the colors here. I love this set because it's quite affordable for the amount that you get. So they all come in tubes. I just tried to transfer them into smaller half pans like this. So you can try to check out the link. There's also a set of 24. Now you're probably wondering about this metal tin right here, which you probably see often in my channel. So this is from the brand Core. I'm going to put the link as well. I do like their paints because the Core brand flows really well on wet techniques, but I just find that they don't have enough colors that I use. So I just decided to put Shinhan PWC in this metal tin. But as you can see, their palette is so beautiful. I really love the small little wells. So if you're like me, maybe you can get this metal tin and also change the paints inside. So I really tried to add different brands that have different prices so that you have options, because some of them can be quite pricey. So this is another paint set that I recently discovered this year. So this is from the Kuretake Gansai Tambi brand, and they call this the Kuretake Art Nouveau. This is their latest set, and it comes in a box like this. It's a box of 24 colors. I think it's around $40, but you can check because sometimes the prices will become lower. So what I love about this is that the colors are quite muted, and they are actually quite unique compared to the regular set that you can see. So you have some pastels here, and then you have some bolder colors. I just find that I can't work on a painting using this alone. So I need to get maybe an indigo or any dark color to use in my painting, because I think in this set you don't have a really dark pigment. It doesn't have black. I think it also doesn't have Payne's Gray or indigo. But this is such a fun paint to use because you have all the colors here. It's really also beautiful for florals. And don't throw away this plastic right here. You need this to keep the pants in place because they are actually quite loose. They're not stuck at the bottom. So also, I forgot to tell you guys, I love that they printed out the shade under the pants. Okay, so for the next one, this is also from the Kuretake brand. This is called their Starry Colors, and this is their metallic set. They have other metallic sets as well. I chose the golden because I love using gold paint. I recently love adding some sparkle to my paintings. So you get 6 colors here, and they're very pigmented and very easy to get the pigment. You just have to spray this with water and let it sit for maybe 1 minute, and try to just mix the pigment to get a thick mixture. So this is an example of the paint. So I apply this on the wreath. This is actually one of the projects for my holiday class on Skillshare that is coming up. Okay, you can see that beautiful sparkle, and also if you rub it, the gold doesn't come off, because with some metallic brands or metallic paints, once you rub your finger like this, you'll see some glitters on or pigments on your finger. So this one, it stays intact on the paper. Alright, let's go to another brand. This is a student grade paint. It's the Winsor & Newton Cotman, and I think this has been on sale for a while. It has a very good price. I think sometimes it goes as low as $16 or $17, it depends. But I recently bought this. I was even supposed to do a video, I just didn't have time, so you'll see it first time right now. So I love the set because it's a travel set. So when you open, you'll see that you'll have a pan or this mixing palette right here. It's just so cool, and you have 12 colors here, and then you even have a brush. Let me show you this cute brush. You have a small brush. If you're painting small, I guess this is useful, but you can also bring your own brush. Then you have this water bottle right here, and you even have a small sponge right there. I really think it's a cool gift to give. It also has a ring finger, I think, to hold the palette while you paint outside. I think for $17, $18, this is super worth it. I would pay $17 even just for this palette alone, even without paint. But this one already has 12 colors. Okay, so these are the colors. It's just covered here, but once you click on the link below, you can see the colors in the Amazon shop. So it's a good paint for beginners if you're planning to gift this to somebody who is starting out. The pigments, they're not as pigmented compared to the artist grade version of Winsor & Newton, but I think it's okay for beginners. You'll be satisfied with the colors, in my opinion. In fact, I even started with Winsor & Newton before as a beginner. So I'm so sorry, you probably are hearing a lot of background noise. That's because there's still construction going on near our place. Next is this Rosa Gallery paint that I recently bought. I also reviewed this, so you can check out my YouTube video. So I got this at a very good price. It was on sale for $23. So it's just amazing, like $23 for an artist grade paint with like 21 colors. That's such a steal. But even at their regular price of, I think, $35, this is still a good price. So they have different sets. This is called the romantic set. Okay, so you have different sets. There's a monopigment. I think there's also for landscape. So you can choose different sets. There are cheaper sets that have fewer colors in the palette, so you can check that out. This is just a swatch that I did on a scrap paper. This one, I would also recommend this for beginners. I love the color of Maple Rose and Maple Yellow Light. This is very beautiful. I just find that they're not as vibrant as I think, or maybe compared to Shinhan PWC, but they're still really good in my opinion. It's still worth $23, or if you get it at $35, it's still really worth it. Alright, so I'm done with the sets. Now I'm going to show you this tube paint that I also reviewed in my channel. This is the Daniel Smith Buff Titanium. It's a bit pricey at $12 per tube, but I think it's worth it because I love the color. So I'm going to show you the colors here. It's just a muted yellow color. Some people suggested to use I think Naples yellow, but that's a little bit brighter compared to buff titanium. So this one has like a pale yellow with a little bit of beige. It's hard to describe, but I do love the color because sometimes I want to paint some muted florals or just some dainty florals, and this is like the perfect color for that. You can of course mix this color with like white and yellow and maybe a little bit of brown, but I like the convenience of squeezing out this color straight from the tube. Alright, let's go to the next one. So this is going to be the gouache. Recently I have been loving to add white gouache to my flowers as well. I love adding some white. So I use the Holbein white gouache. This is permanent white. As you can see, this is a really big tube of 60 ml. This is like a regular tube, but I decided to buy the big tube because I love using white gouache. So this is really nice. And another gouache that I recently found out about is this Winsor & Newton pale rose color. This is also very nice. If you love the peachy pink color, this is nice. So I love how I can create some really dainty florals using this color. I also did a review on this, so you can check it out. So this is my favorite brush. This is a silver brush, black velvet, in sizes 6 and 8. So I'm so sorry again for the background noise. So this is a set that I would probably recommend if you're just starting out. Size 6 and 8, it's a good combination. If you can only buy one, I would suggest getting size 8 instead, and eventually if you are happy with this, you can go and buy a smaller brush, the size 6 brush. So you probably have seen this in almost all my videos. I love this because it absorbs a lot of water but still keeps its point. So it's important that the brush is pointy all throughout because I want to be able to create some nice fine lines and at the same time use the same brush to create broad strokes. Another version, which is the travel brush version. This is a size 6 black velvet voyage. So this is their travel brush version, and what I noticed is that this seems to be a little bit pointier. As you can see, it's a slightly smaller, and also the shape is just slightly different. I did a comparison review also in my video before, but if you love painting outside, I would recommend getting this black velvet voyage because it keeps your brushes safe. So it has a cap like this. It also has this hole, which is important so that the brush can breathe. The downside is that this is just quite expensive because it's a travel brush. So yeah, I love using the size 8 round brush as well. Alright, let's move on to the next brush. I love this silver ultra mini designer round in size 8. So I recently just discovered this. It's very pointy. I think people use this for miniature paintings, but I got the bigger size. This is their size 8 size, and it's nice for painting those small leaves in my bouquet or for adding those small tiny veins. This is a good brush, and I'm gonna link it down below. I don't think you can buy it per piece. Maybe this comes in a set. But for me, this is actually a good buy. I also love the thick handle. Like, it fits well in my hand. Okay, so next let's check out the other brushes I have here. Okay, so this is another highly recommended brush for you. It's also from the brand Silver Brush. It's their pointed oval from the Crystal series, and the size is 3/4 inch. I think this size is really perfect for a medium-sized painting. I usually paint on a 9 by 12 inch paper, or a 7 by 10 inch paper, and this is a good size for that, just for reference. And what I love about this is that it's not too thick, so whenever you paint, it still kind of bends a little bit, so it follows my flow if you're painting some loose and expressive florals. And also for a big brush, this is only $10, which I think is a good price. Usually the bigger size brushes are a bit expensive because of the size, but this one is about $10 and it's a really good find. Okay, so if you're looking for a dagger brush or dagger striper brush, this is one of my favorites. It's the Golden Natural series, also from the Silver Brush brand. This is 1/4 inch. So I usually like using this for painting some leaves, and also use this for painting roses. This is a really good brush. Okay, so next, for another brush that is not a round brush, this is the triangle brush. So you might have seen this before. You can see the shape right here. So some people use this for acrylic, for gouache. I use it for a watercolor. And this is actually a nice brush. It's also from the Silver Brush brand, but the series is called Silver Silk 88. This is the medium size. Alright, so I have a lot of brush recommendations. You might have seen this Surikomi brush. It's a Japanese brush. I think they use it for stenciling, but I use it for adding texture to my watercolor paintings. But it's just difficult to find this online. In case you know where to buy this online, you can link it or comment down below, add the link for other subscribers. But an alternative for this is this Deerfoot brush from the Princeton brand. This is the Princeton Select. I think this is one of their more affordable lines, and the size is 1/4 inch, so it's not that big. Again, I don't really paint huge paintings, so I prefer smaller brushes. And you can see this beautiful texture right here that you can use for adding some small dots. You can stipple your brush. Okay, so this is a good brush as well. So I recommend getting a mop brush. I love using mop brushes like this. This is from the brand Da Vinci, and the size is 0. So you can find this at Jackson's Art. I'm gonna put the link below. If it's your first time to buy at Jackson's Art, my link gives you 10% off on your entire cart. So do check out other stuff that you want to add to your cart so that you can save more money. And I love this because it just absorbs a lot of water and also keeps its point. It's also very soft. This is softer than this silver brush, in case you're wondering, but they're also a little bit similar because both of them use squirrel hair. But this one, I love this brush a lot. Alright, so we're done with the brushes, and I'm going to show you this pen. This is the Posca acrylic pen, which I also use for adding some like white details. So let's just try to make some markings. So this will show up on the dark backgrounds, you can see. So I recommend this for highlights and just adding all those white details. For example, if you have this flower right here, you can add some white veins, some white berries. And this is acrylic, so it's permanent. So next, I do recommend also getting a micron pen. So this is from the brand Sakura. The color is different because I bought this in Japan, but if you're buying on Amazon, you might see the body as a khaki color. This is dark blue. So this is really nice. I use it for writing this Merry Christmas in the middle of this Christmas bubble. It's also one of the projects for my next Skillshare class, which is coming out soon. So what I love about this is that this is waterproof. So even if I paint on top of this writing, it's not going to smudge. So you might want to get one of these in case you're doing some holiday cards as well. So I also recommend this Master's Brush Cleaner. This is a nice soap for cleaning your brushes. So just wet this brush and move it around right here to create some bubbles, and then you just have to kind of rub the bristles, and then you'll see that it will pick up some paints or residues in your brush. So just wash it with some clean water, and then you just let the brush dry. That's it. So this will help keep your brush in good condition for a longer period of time. So that's the end of my part 1. Please do check out the part 2 of the holiday gift guide. I will share paper recommendations, books, and also my filming equipment that is going to be on sale this Black Friday.